I defy anyone, anywhere in the world, to come up with a gravel loop as good as this. 80 miles through the Highlands of Scotland. You can blast this in a day as a challenge, or break it into two and stay at the most beautiful, wildest youth hostel in Scotland.
But you might want to do it soon. This section, arguably the best gravel, will disappear under 20 metres of water when the glen is flooded as part of the UK's biggest pumped hydroelectric scheme. We benefit from hydro and other tracks cut into the otherwise wild places, and a climate emergency needs clean energy, but I have very mixed feelings about the impact on this classic ride.
It's 90% off-road, 95% rideable, and 100% spectacular.
Preliminary work is already underway. These machines will drill boreholes, and during construction, access will be controlled and possibly restricted. So if you fancy this, don't hang about.
So there's your challenge. Can you beat this? I bet you can't.
From the usual start at Dalwhinnie, the route heads past the gatehouse of the Ben Alder estate and follows the long, great track down the side of beautiful Loch Ericht.
Thank you.
The only vehicles you'll see belong to the estate and people renting their cottages, but you're unlikely to be alone.
This is a very popular route for bikes, used very often by walkers because that's the easiest way to access all the Munros that cluster around Ben Alder and, of course, Ben Alder itself. For me and for an awful lot of people, the appeal of Ben Alder is its sense of place. I mean, just look at this.
I first experienced this magic around 30 years ago when we were allowed to drive this road. We parked my friend's battered old Escort van next to a very nice Mercedes at Loch, and I'm nearly there now.
Back then, there was a herd of wild ponies that lived here at Loch, and they had very matted hair full of grit and coarse sand. And this guy's Mercedes, they'd clearly been rubbing themselves up against his wing mirrors, and the paintwork was just scoured. We're going to be doing quite a tour of Highland estates today. We've been in Ben Alder, we've just left that and entered Ardverikie, and later we'll be going into Curragh.
This will be a 2-day ride through the heart of Scotland's mountains. From Dalwhinnie I rode to Loch, and now I'm heading to Ardverikie House. The next section, past those two lochs, is where the new pumped hydro storage will be built. I'll follow the likely access track for the construction traffic to Moy. Then I'll swing into the Curragh estate and follow my own West Coast cycle trail towards the superb Loch Ossian hostel. Tomorrow I'll complete a southern loop back to Dalwhinnie.
With those bikes and that kit, I'm inclined to think they are going to be going over the side of Ben Alder and down to Ben Alder Bothy. So much to do, so many places to go. If big, wild, open spaces are not your thing, then my goodness, this would be hell. It really is quite a thing to have this white sand beach at the head of a loch and still in the midst of all these mountains. Admittedly, we are on the periphery of the Ben Alder Massif, but it's been rideable all the way so far, and I have a good feeling about the rest of today. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the star of today's show, Ardverikie. If you're thinking, that looks familiar, it's because it doubled as Balmoral in Netflix's The Crown. And rumour has it that Queen Victoria actually looked at this one before she bought Balmoral, but decided it was too near the west coast and too wet here. It was also Glenn Bogle in the BBC series Monarch of the Glen, and it's been in loads of TV series.
Which brings us to the superb riding and scenery, which in time will be gone. It's too easy to just oppose this. Pumped storage acts as a massive natural battery. I really don't know enough to judge whether this is the right place, but having ridden it, I think it will be a huge loss, although there should be a way to complete this loop using different tracks.
Oh my word. Yes. Fort Knox.
Cameras, keypads and access control are all in place. Now I have company. Sean and Roddy are riding exactly the same route, and we've arranged to share a table at the Curragh pub tonight. We're agreed on the quality of the riding.
Oh my God. Every time you come around a corner,
There's just scene after scene after scene.
this estate is owned by the people who came up with the business Tetra Pak. The stuff your milk comes in and many other cartons. Clearly, they're gazillionaires. And they've not had their troubles to seek family-wise, but without getting into that, they are trying to bring the estate back to an environmental balance. So they've been killing an awful lot of the deer here. They're felling and not replanting a lot of the commercial forestry. And I get the impression they are trying to do the right thing.
And at the end of the beautiful Loch sits the youth hostel of the same name, located in what feels like a sweet spot on the surface of the earth.
Right, well, this could be a very, very silly idea.
On a day like this, there are few better places to relax and to have a quick swim.
Oh my word.
I always keep on running when everybody waits, following this heart of mine through every stormy day. Hey, hey, reaching for the stars and dreaming all the way, climbing high over the odds. These walls won't make me stay. It's what makes me feel alive.
The second day starts with a climb. It's loose but rideable, and the gradient suggests it has been well made and very well used.
And when I look down and I see Road to the Isles on my Garmin or on an OS map, I don't know, it puts your place in history into context. I start thinking of all the people who must have come this way over the centuries, the travellers, the cattle drovers, people bringing sheep to market. And in a way, it kind of makes me feel quite insignificant, really, that in, 20, 30 years, I'll be gone. Goodness knows what memory will be left of me. I certainly won't be watching YouTube videos in 30 years' time, but goodness knows what will have replaced it. They'll be as outdated as cattle drovers. Hopefully, this will still be here. We're not quite at the high point of that road, but I've just taken a little bit of time off the bike to show you this. This is Curragh Old Lodge, as opposed to the Old Curragh Lodge, because there've been a series of them built. The story's told that this used to be an isolation hospital that people would arrive in by pony and trap, the idea being it is so remote, you could really isolate them here. More recent evidence suggests that's a bit of a fabrication, that actually this was quite a nice hotel, although it was true still that the guests would arrive by pony and trap. You see, all these people using the road to the Isles. First bit of tarmac I've been on in over 50 miles. I've just got to get down Loch Rannoch now. As a solo content creator, one of the things I find hardest is the lack of someone to bounce ideas off, either when you're planning or you've got something edited and you're not sure whether or not it's working. So I'm hugely grateful to members of my production crew and adventure crew who've signed up as members, who sometimes see videos earlier. We discuss whether or not this is going to work, and I get a lot of great feedback from them. So thank you very much, all of you, and everyone who supports the channel.
There seems to be a lot of car camping of questionable legality by people fishing Loch Rannoch.
And has someone left that?
Yes.
Smouldering fires and tents, both possibly abandoned, are left for these rangers to deal with.
So they might have ditched that.
Yeah, we do. One year we picked up 136 tents between Loch Clooney, Loch Tummel and then Loch Rannoch. 136 complete tents. No guy ropes on this one or on it.
Yeah.
This is not being done properly.
Yeah.
Straight away, there's a lot of things.
Is it disposable?
Brand new tent as well. One use, throw away. So all of these get recycled. They go into local schools and things like that.
Oh, that's good.
Tents, or scout groups, you know, the better quality ones.
Now, I don't know whether they have the permission to camp there or not, so I'm not accusing anyone. But I don't know, it's not an official campsite by any manner of means, and it's certainly not wild camping within the spirit of the law and the code.
Those rangers told me that in another place a lock had been forced and the police were now involved. Loch Rannoch is beautiful, the Atap Caledonia comes this way, but this was by far the least appealing section of this otherwise superb route. That said, it had a top hotel for lunch.
Well, there wasn't much on the menu for non-meat eaters, so I've just gone the full hog, gone for a club sandwich.
The lower part of the loop is my day 2 return ride from Lochosian Hostel to Dalwhinnie. I reached Loch Rannoch on the road to the Isles. Now I have to cross moors to reach Loch Garry, where there's a boggy section without a clear track, and then I'm on a cycle path alongside the main A9 road. But to get that lunch, I strayed from the route. However, there seems to be a right of way that offers a quicker way to rejoin my intended route. Ignoring the intimidatory signs, I press on, but frankly, it wasn't that good an alternative. The original track might have been quite a bit better.
It's gonna come past you. Oh no. Okay. It's not a problem. It's okay. Now I'm on the track that I had intended to use. I think that other one was what my ground would have called a roundabout way for a shortcut. Yeah, I went the wrong way.
More than any other part of the route, this feels like a shooting moor. While I was setting up a camera shot, I spotted this, which a Google search showed was called a quill trap. There may be legal reasons for this, I don't know, so I've since reported it to Police Scotland. I also washed my hands just in case there was poison on it. The previously excellent track became a muddy single track, and then a sketchy, indistinct line over boggy peat. Fairly standard, I suppose, for Scotland, but it was the only time I couldn't ride, and the whole thing was over in about 30 minutes.
I'm back at the road, and I think I should have called this gravel heaven and 30 minutes of boggy hell.
Having started this video with a new hydroelectric scheme, this is among one of the oldest. Loch Garry was harnessed for hydro during the Second World War and extended in the 1950s. The ecology has suffered despite restoration attempts. Getting down here on a bike is fine, but it's just really a means to an end.
Last night, Roddy was saying that every time he drives the A9, he gets glimpses, just glimpses, of this cycleway and thinks, you know, that would be a really good thing to ride. And I have to say, I have thought the same. And the idea of going through the famous pass of Drumochter, well, that's too good to resist. You'd have thought that a cycleway would be a boring end to this ride, but it's not. It's one of the highlights. There'll be a Komoot collection linked in the video description. That was really rude of me. Sorry. If you're interested in doing it yourself, there's a Komoot collection linked in the video description below. If you can work out a way to miss out that bog, please let me know.
But ride it soon before the construction starts on that new hydro. And please click this and watch this video next. It would make a massive difference to getting this one in front of more viewers. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you again next time. Goodbye.